Hi Capricorn, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Capricorn, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, going to do reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, so just wanted to put it out there also that I do have live mini readings every other Wednesday on Facebook. I do it with two other mediums and tarot readers. So if you would like a mini reading from me, it is free. So you're welcome to join. Look on my community page and the link will be there. All right, so let's get started, Capricorn. Two cards for Capricorn Spirit. Oh, okay. One more card. Wow. Okay. So you did get surrendering to the journey, release control. Yes, definitely. You know, you're very strong-willed. You know how to do things. Just let everything come in, you guys. Stop trying to control things. Stop looking in the future. Stop looking in the past. Just live in the moment. Live in the moment, you guys. You also have answering the call. The time is now. So definitely feel what you're feeling. You know, like if you know that it's time to go somewhere or leave the situation, then it's time. If it's time for you to, maybe you've been wanting to put out a project or something like that, it's time to put it out. Okay. Wow. All right. So let's do this, Capricorn. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. One for the current, one for the situation, one for the past or now, one for the what's hidden, one for the hopes and fears, one for what you need to do now, what you need to work on, and the outcome. Wow. All right. Oh, and at the end of the tarot deck, you did get the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is definitely talking about just stop cutting corners. Stop trying to control things, which is really weird because you got that card. And you also have, it's talking about like, just take your time with things. Let everything just come in. Go with the flow, you guys. Let's go with the flow. Then you have also behind that one, you have the Knight of Pentacles, which you are definitely know how to reach that material success, to create it, to have that stability you do. And there is definitely success here. You are definitely going towards something better and good for you. So let's see what's going on. Capricorn, you start off with the Death card. The Death card is talking about, changes, transformation, going from the old you to something new. You are no longer the same person that you used to be. You're not that people pleaser. You're not that person that, tries to just, okay, I'll just go and do it. No, you are changing, definitely changing, moving forward from a lot of things that you used to do, no longer doing them. You do have the Seven of Wands here, and the Seven of Wands says that there are times that you do still are very defensive, that you do still try to guard yourself from a lot of things, very protective, very defensive at times. It's understandable too because you've been through a lot. You have the Moon card here for the past or now. I do feel like at times you may not see what's ahead of you. You may not be seeing clearly. And I feel like it could be now. Well, we'll see what it is. Also, they're asking you to trust your intuition on things. You do have the Ace of Cups here. The Ace of Cups is talking about, this is something that's what's hidden. I feel like you need to open your heart. I feel like you need to have compassion and forgiveness. I also feel like there could be somebody new coming in. And I feel like you need to put your energy into something new, something that's going to make you happy. You have the Five of Wands here. The Five of Wands is definitely talking about in the hopes and fears that, you still hold on to a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, a lot of anxiety, maybe there's a lot of arguing around you. We'll see. You have the Ten of Pentacles for what you need to do now. Material success, having enough for everything. We'll see why it's there. You have the Page of Cups here. Page of Cups is talking about, you know, really following your heart, really opening up your intuition, really seeing the messages. I feel like there's a lot of intuitive messages, especially when you're dreaming, when you wake up, you know, try to remember your dream if you can. Also feeling like be persistent on your dreams and what you want to create and do, because I do feel like you have this card for a reason, answering the call. The time is now, and I do feel like it's something you need to work on. And then you have the Five of Pentacles down here for the outcome, and you know, you could be feeling like really let down, really disappointed, also being left in, maybe alone or left out in the cold, something like that, or hurt about things. Even sadness is here. So we'll see. Okay. Wow. I love my little ghost cards. Aren't they cute? Love them. All right. So here we go. Take what resonates with you, Capricorn, and leave the rest. This is going to be for Capricorn. All right. Why is a death card here for Capricorn? All right. So things definitely have changed a lot. You know, I feel like you're in your feelings. Feel like you've been hurt and you could have been going through a hurt or grief, and also too, I feel like you've been hurt, you know, like going through a healing also, with the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is definitely talking about that you have changed a lot, and because of all this change that's been going on, you know, you've been in your feelings a lot, and they're asking you to really take care of yourself, to really nurture yourself right now, you know, that you're very important, that you need to take care of you first. To trust your intuition, to make your decisions towards when you're opening your intuition, to trust it, to trust yourself more, but really take it easy, really nurture yourself, because you are going through this huge changes that are in your life right now. Wow. And then you have the Seven of Wands here. And why is the Seven of Wands here for Capricorn? Wow. Nice. All right. So you do have the Seven of Wands. I feel like you are definitely standing your ground. I feel like you're very protective and standing your ground, standing up for yourself. You know, they're asking you to believe in yourself, to really let people help you, to set boundaries. You could also be guarding yourself from being hurt. Like you don't want to go through this painful hurt anymore. And you're very much in your feelings right now. And they're asking you to, you know, that there are times when you push people away, and that I feel like you need to let them help you in every way, you know, no matter what. You know, you stand your ground, you know, and believe in yourself. And I feel like you need to just let other people help you, okay? And try not to be so defensive towards everybody, because not everybody is the same. I feel like you need to really take it easy and rest, to catch up on the rest that you need. I feel like everything that you've been through, you know, you've done your best, and that's all you can do, is do your best. And I feel like it's time now for you to gather yourself, to take care of yourself more. And I also feel like with the Ten of Cups, you know, that you want this happiness to come in. You know, all you want to do is just be surrounded by your family and just want the happiness, and it's going to be there, but you need to start taking care of yourself more, and really realize that there is definitely a lot of happiness around you, but you're not really looking at it, you know, at times. And right now you need to start looking at it. I feel like to put your guard down a little bit, you know, because I know you're looking at, you're really trying to guard yourself and protect yourself, but you know, being defensive all the time is not going to help you, you know, and you need to let other people help you, like the people that are around you, that support you, you know, that make you happy. Really take the time to rest, to nurture yourself also. You have the Moon card here, and there are times when you don't see clearly. Feel like you need to really use your intuition and trust your intuition also, and try to work with that. But I feel like at times you may not be really seeing the things that you need to see. And I do believe that it is now. Wow. So you have the Ace of Cups here in the What's Hidden. Why is the Ace of Cups here on the card? Wow, look at that. Yes, definitely. focus on opening your intuition, to try to go within, to try to use your gut feelings, you guys, as you do have the high priestess here. It's like, you know, you already know, like, you know how everything is going. You know, you see a lot of truths here. You see through a lot. You may not have seen everything that was going to happen, but you knew, like deep down, you knew. And they're saying to you, for you to open up your intuition, to trust your intuition, to use your intuition. I feel like you're in your emotions a lot. You know, I feel like you need to put your energy into something that's going to make you happy. I feel like there could be somebody coming in also. I feel like you need to open your heart, open your mind, you know, have compassion, have forgiveness for everything that's going on with you. I also feel with the hangman that you need to look at things very differently, you know, no matter what, you know, really see things more differently, like step back and look at things differently, you know, because you need to, you know, that you're only like seeing one side of it, that you're only seeing like the worst of it and not seeing what's the good that's around it or what it's going to bring you, you know, and that's what they're saying. Really have patience for everything that's going on. And I do feel like there is somebody new coming in for some of you guys. You have the Five of Wands here. And why is the Five of Wands in the hopes and fears? One more card. Wow, look at that. You have the Five of Wands here. And you have the Five of Wands here. Two cards in the same card, two different decks in the same position in the hopes and the fears. And the fear is that you're arguing a lot, that you're frustrated, that you have a lot of anxiety, that there's arguing around you. Whatever it is, you know, there's just a lot of that. I feel like you're trying to juggle everything because you feel like so frustrated, so angry. You have a lot of anger within you. And you need to try to change that, you know, because that is something you are definitely holding on to. And it's like, you know, why do you want to keep looking into the past and why it happened? Why do you want to keep looking into the future about what's going to happen? It doesn't matter. Live in the moment. Live in the moment and just, you know, see what's going to happen. Go with the flow and just keep going. You know, you don't need to keep looking back at what happened and what conspired to it or why it went here and why it did that. And, oh, I see. Now I know, because you know, all it is going to do is keep you in this Five of Wands. And that's a lot of arguing and fighting and bickering and, you know, anger, you know, and you don't want that. You know, you don't want that. You know, I see what you want. You want to be happy. You want, you know, your family around you. You want that support, Capricorn. I feel like you're going to be making decisions. And right now you really need to take the time to go within and reflect. Okay, because you know, you're juggling everything. You're trying to do everything all at once. And it makes you angry because, you know, I got to go do this. I got to go do that, you know. Really slow down and take it easy because things are definitely going to change for you. You have the Ten of Pentacles up here and what you need to do now. And why is the Ten of Pentacles here? For Capricorn. Wow. Okay. So, wow. Okay. Huh. All right. So, you do have the Ten of Pentacles, and I feel with the Ten of Pentacles that you know you really work hard for this material success. You know, you want the material success, you want that stability, you want that strong foundation. You know, you want that abundance to come in. You know, you bring it in because you work very hard for it. But you're very overwhelmed with everything. You know, you see this person and they're carrying everything on their shoulders. You know, they're struggling to put everything, to do everything. You know, have to go do this. I have to go do that. I'm being worried about here. I'm worried about that. You know, and I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't drink. I can't do my life. You know, and I'm so frustrated and I'm so angry about the way things happen. You know, and they're asking you to really set boundaries. Start setting boundaries, okay? Because this right now, you need to do things differently. You need to start doing things differently because you also have the Judgment card here. The Judgment doesn't show up just because, you know, oh, you're going through a judgment. It's showing up because it's telling you, hey, it's time to change things. It's time to do things differently. This is a second chance. This isn't like a second chance. It's like to do things differently, to change so that you can see things differently, so that you can start setting boundaries, so you can start setting limits, that you don't have to carry everything on your shoulders. You don't have to, because you want this 10 of Pentacles, this 10 of this material success. You don't have to, work yourself to death, You can, set boundaries and do things on your own way, the way you want to, is what they're saying. Because I feel like you're very burdened with everything that's going on in your life. And if I feel like, that is showing, because you're very overwhelmed, you're very tired, you're carrying a lot on your shoulders, you're very frustrated, you're very angry, you're not using your intuition, you're not trusting your intuition, you're not nurturing yourself. And it's time that you need to change all that. And that's what they're saying right now. It's time to change all that, Capricorn, because you're overdoing it. And then you have the Page of Cups. And why is the Page of Cups here? One more card. Wow, there's a lot of changes coming in, you guys. I'm going to tell you right now, be aware. Things are going to change a lot. You have a lot of fives cards here. Five, so it's changed. So just remember that. So with the Page of Cups here, I do feel like definitely, you need to start trusting what you're feeling. I feel like, that you need to have forgiveness and be persistent with your dreams, okay? And really open up that intuition, okay? Really see how you're feeling about things. I feel like you need to also trust yourself because you're very independent. You know how to do things with the Nine of Pentacles here. Feel like you need to work on yourself and work with your higher self also, and trust yourself and trust the decisions that you're making. I also feel like you got to live in the moment, like really start focusing on what it is that you want to create, what it is that you want to put out there. I'm not trying to add to the burden that you already have, but maybe it's something that you need to put your energy into something different that will make you happy, that won't make you frustrated. Because right now I feel like you have a lot of anger, a lot of defeat. I feel like you've been defeated. Like you feel like you have been, like you couldn't make things happen, but I feel like you can. I feel like you will. I feel like you just need to be persistent with what it is that you want to create, and leave this anger behind and trust yourself, because you have this knowing, you have the power, you have that inner courage, you have that inner knowing to what to do. But it's just like you're so cluttered with so much of this frustration, this anger, and then you're not taking care of yourself on top of it. And they're asking you to change these ways, okay? Change the way you're doing things. And then you have the Five of Pentacles down here. Why is the Five of Pentacles here for Capricorn? One more card. Good. All right. You're going to be leaving a lot of things behind. So there is definitely a lot of change coming through. So this feeling of being let out, being left out, being left in the cold, or being alone, or disappointment, or feeling like you're not going to have, you're going to move away from that. You're also going to be the feeling of betrayal, because I feel like with whatever it was that you had been going through, the betrayal, the cheating, the stealing, whatever it was, you are definitely going to move forward. You're not going to stay in the same place, Capricorn. It's just that these things, this is something that you need to work on, though. You need to work on taking care of yourself. First priority is taking care of yourself. Second priority is setting boundaries. You know how to do all these things. You are very wise. You're very smart. You know what you need to do. So it's time to start doing them. Wow. You're definitely going to be moving forward, okay? Definitely. All right, so Capricorn, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. God bless.